All right. Hey. All right. So I'm still learning
Hey,
Restream, guys. Just like my chat should be right here, and it's not.
okay.
Let's do that.
Uh,
There we go. All right.
yay.
There we go. Okay. How are you doing?
I am as good as you can get.
Good. I mean, hopefully better, but you know what I mean.
Uh, I'm not dead, so I guess that's good.
That's a plus. Still breathing, still above ground.
Yeah.
Hi, Halia. Hi,
Hello.
Kisa.
Hello.
Hello. So, guys, do me a favor and share, follow, like, all that fun stuff, please, because that is how we make sure that we're getting all of this, out. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, that's cool. I can see directly where everyone is viewing from.
Oh, can you? That's so cool.
Yeah. I it has the little social media symbol next to each person's username that shows
Hell
where they're
yeah.
viewing from. Oh, that's cool.
It didn't previously do that for guests. I like that. I actually really like that.
Yeah, that
So
that's cool.
that is really neat. I'm happy about that. So oops, I have to go home here. Twitch is acting a little bit weird right now. That's always great. If you guys are over on Twitch, it's acting a little odd. Sorry about that.
Twitch does tend to act a little bit quirky at night.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's just over saturated with people or something. I'm not sure. But if you
Uh,
guys are on Twitch, it's a little bit wonky right now. No big deal though. So there we go. All right. So my first question is: you're kind of in the area where everything kind of went haywire before haunt. Oh, actually, during haunt season, huh?
yeah,
Are you guys
yeah.
safe?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're fine. Our area was kind of right in the eye, kind of right in
Okay.
the eye of the storm. Now everyone towards the west of us uh can't say the same.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I won't.
Go ahead.
I dropped something.
Uh oh. Yeah. I was watching some of the people. I don't know most of the places in North Carolina. Um, the last time I was in South Carolina was like, well, basic training, so 2004.
Oh
Um, yeah. So I don't really know my way around either of those places very well. So I
yeah.
really don't know where everybody was in relation to the storm. So if I see that area, I have a tendency to
So
ask.
so for reference, uh, I'm about 30 minutes from Charlotte,
Okay.
and I'm basically like it would take me about 20 or so minutes to get to the border
Okay.
between. So I'm like right near it.
Okay. That makes sense.
We're
So
not
like,
that far from it.
okay. Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I was in Fort Jackson.
oh,
So
okay, okay, that explains it.
hmm
Fort
I
Jackson,
was
South Carolina.
that's like not too far outside of Raleigh.
Yeah,
That's actually where I went and like hung out and partied and all that stuff. So that was fun.
yeah. Uh, no, the it really affected the people near the west of us. I don't know if you know where Lake Lure is.
I don't.
Okay. It's over towards the west of us, about 30 or so minutes from here. And they got hit hard.
Oof.
I am actually, I think some parts of it don't exist anymore.
Oh my gosh, that kind of sounds like what happened here with the
Some,
fires.
so some towns, as uh, as heartbreaking it is, some towns don't exist anymore because of that.
That's
There's,
horrible.
I know it's horrible, and I hate talking about doom and gloom, but
No,
it
you know what? We have to sometimes.
I know. Um, they had this one thing, and I'm really thankful for what they did. It was called the Rainbow Bridge, and basically,
Oh, I
for
heard they
any
got wiped out.
so that place is where people would go put the collars of their dead pets
Yeah.
on the bridge, and it got completely wiped out. But they rebuilt it brand new, and they found some of the
Oh,
collars from it and put them back on there. So I think that's really great that they did that. That was
that
kind of a it was a really special spot for people up there.
it is. It's an extremely special spot. I mean, people all across the country know about it.
Yeah. Uh,
So it's just a special. It holds a special place for
it
everybody. And
got I will say I won't say like what all bad things happened, but I will say at one point, the dam for Lake Lure was about to bust,
oh wow,
and they
oh
basically
wow,
told everyone who lived like down below Lake Lure under it, and they told them get out. They told everyone to evacuate, get out, or
oh my gosh, that's
and
crazy.
unfortunately, some places, as I said, no longer exist.
I mean, we have a place here. Well, had a place in California called Paradise,
Yeah.
and several years back, it burnt to the ground, and it no longer exists. It had one way in and one way out, which I always thought was weird, kind of dumb. But whatever.
Yeah, Asheville did get hard. I know. I heard that Asheville. I heard there was
Asheville.
hardly Asheville got
There's
their ass whooped.
there's a place to donate to called Beloved Asheville. Um, Edge, the wrestler, he lives in Asheville,
Mm.
and he's actually healing from some surgery. And he got lucky. He got absolutely lucky, but a lot of his neighbors didn't. So hey, Wolfman.
Hello.
So
Um.
Kisa, I have your question starred, and we will get to it in a second. There's an explanation. So
Okay.
one of the things that we did talk about. Oh, hey, we're over on X right now. I just noticed that.
Oh,
um,
okay.
one of the things that what I think it was leg surgery. I think it was his leg. I think there is one that had to leave for neck surgery. One wrestler that had to leave recently for neck surgery, and I can't think of who it was right now. But he may actually be retiring because of that. Um, so before we went live, you and I were talking about how, unfortunately, this season you didn't get the opportunity to hunt inside of a haunt. However, you kept in practice, and
Yes.
you were
As a still as a when you're doing something as something like stilt walking or sliding, you have to
absolutely.
because I mean
You
you
should
you're
see
constantly improving yourself.
you should see my old ass trying to slide still. um, so yeah, the reason why I mentioned that was because I was going to circle back around to Kisa here, asking how
Yeah.
your haunt season was. So we're going to dive into that. Um, so unfortunately, you weren't able to get in a haunt this year, and that's okay. That's totally okay.
Well, there's it actually is a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah.
So when I first got up here, I had been trying to find, job work and stuff, trying to get settled. I'm still trying to get settled. I'm not fully. Everything's just been really hectic and chaotic. And I was also trying to find a haunt too, because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to this season. I knew there was plenty up here, and one of them, um, I don't know if I should name the name of it or not. I really would hate for someone to take it the wrong way and give them a bad rep.
You don't have
You
to.
know, Well, I'll do it because I want people to I want people to still visit the haunt. I don't want this to discourage you from visiting the haunt. It's just for clarification. So I went and applied for Lake Hickory Haunts,
Okay.
which is about 40 or so minutes. It's not that far, you know, and
It's
they were
also not
paying
super close. Yeah.
and they were paying too. So I was like, okay, well, we'll go ahead and do this. I go up there, and one of the people I'm friends with, not going to name her name for privacy, but she was kind of like the haunt mom to a lot of
Mm.
people, and she became like my haunt mom. And she invited me to the cookout. For those of you who don't know or don't follow Lake Hickory, they have employee cookouts during during the summer and stuff to get ready for the season.
That's rad.
And and I went, and mind you, I hadn't gone to auditions yet. This was like a week or so before auditions. I hadn't gone. I just went there, and I was the odd one out. It was very, very awkward because as soon as I walked in, every single head just turns around and looks at me. Everybody's sitting at picnic tables. Everybody's head turns around and look at me because nobody knows who I am except for a few people. Because I'm just this random kid who walked in, and everybody's looking like, who the hell is that? Sierra. Oh, well, there you go. There's a name, but Sierra, I'll just put. She
Well,
comes
we don't know her,
and
so
oh, okay. Well, actually, she may be in the stream. I don't know, but if you're watching this, hi, love you.
hi.
Um, but she goes up and she takes me and introduces me to people, and I'm glad she did because um I didn't know anybody, and uh I met the homie Twigsaw, if anyone knows him. Twigsaw at Lake Hickory, very cool dude. He's a homie for sure.
Nice.
Um,
Thank you.
but I met him because we had been talking back and forth, and we had really wanted to meet up because we had a lot in common and stuff. So it was fun getting to do that. Got to meet a lot of ugh, ramble the managers, and got to meet the owner Ryan. They're all nice people. Everybody's really nice for the most part. But then I go to the auditions, and I'm kind of early because I got there a little bit after the audition started. And I go in there, and of course they recognize my face. They know who I am. So I go in there and I do it, and we're talking, and everything is going good and all that. But you know, it goes good, and I walk out, and I they had talked about me doing one of their stilt characters, if you know if that was needed, doing one of their stilt characters, which I was all for it. I was pretty excited because they have three different stilt walker characters at Lake Hickory,
Okay.
and uh and whatnot. So I would have been doing one of them. So I leave, and my mom. For those of you who don't know or didn't watch the last one, my mom is the one who got me into haunting. She's been doing it, years and years, way before I was born. Like since she was like my age, pretty much. She's been doing it for years. So she goes and she's like, and she auditions, and she automatically, you know, they automatically hire her. They want her, you know,
Yeah.
which is all good. I'm proud of her that she went out of her way to do that because you got to remember she hasn't done this in years. So I'm proud of her for going out of her way to do it.
That's rad
And
though. I love that.
yeah, and it was going to kind of be a thing of us, spending time together.
Yeah.
And we do that, and they said contact me in about 2 weeks or so, and I'm like, all right, cool. So it goes by 2 weeks, don't hear anything. I'm like, okay, maybe they're a little bit late. 4 weeks go by, and then I finally get a response of, hey, uh, we don't have any spots for you,
Oh.
which was a little bit surprising to me because the same day they told me that, like the next day, they had another hiring thing for the season. I'm like, that don't make any sense.
Mm,
That don't make any sense.
that's a bummer. Yeah, I don't like seeing that.
And
I've experienced that for other
and
jobs.
the thing that I found out was that happened to a lot of people that auditioned this season.
Hmm.
And and the thing that I found out was is that they were desperately needing actors because a lot of the new people that they hired, uh, I guess they
We're
didn't
failing.
last long. I guess they
Yeah,
didn't last long, so they were needing them to the season.
that's pretty
And
common. I mean, for a lot of haunts where actors show up for the first or second night, and
yeah,
then they decide they
that's
didn't want to do it after all because it takes up a lot of their time.
well, and a lot of time is, and this is the same thing with sliding. Yeah, it's different for every haunt. It's different. Theme park haunts have each theme park haunt has their different norms and rules. Every haunt does,
Yeah.
but um, it's the same thing with sliding. A lot of people they see it, and they think, "Oh, I can't wait till I do it." They see it online. I'll throw out reference Fry Boy from Decayed Brigade. A lot
Hmm.
of people love seeing his videos. They see how effortlessly he does, and they
He's
think,
been
"Oh,
doing it
that's
for a
so
while
cool."
though.
I know he's been doing it longer than I have, and I've been doing it for a good couple years.
Yeah.
They see that and they think, it's so cool. I'm going to do it. So they go out and they buy all this gear, they make these gloves and all that stuff, and then they just get hurt. Mm,
I
And
laugh at that
that's
because I still get hurt.
no, that's sadly true. Is that they go out there and they get hurt
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because they don't go in the right area. They don't know
They
how
don't know
to
what they're doing. They're hitting rocks. They're
they don't know how to watch the crowd because the crowd it's a living organism and it flows in all different directions.
mm-hmm.
But if if you hadn't done it enough, you don't know how that works. You don't know how to cut through and move around in between gaps and get in and get out safely. So uh, I know this about knots is Knots came in and threw down the hammer of, okay, look, if you're going to have this thing, it's great, but we have to be safe about it. So they threw down the rule of if it's your first year, slide in your first year.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Sliding
and
is. I mean, they've had that rule for a while actually.
yeah, the
They
2 year rule.
mm-hmm.
And you have to, in order to be a certified slider, you have to work a year of streets and be certified by a test,
And it
which,
usually
which,
takes the first year, no matter what. More than likely, you're going to end up in a maze, no matter what. And then
no,
to get on,
that's
more than
actually
likely, not always, but more than
no,
likely.
not always, but a lot of people that come in, and I'll say this because a lot of people come in don't know what they're doing and they don't have experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like your first
Yeah,
year over there, it's more likely that you're going to end up in a maze, and
yeah.
that's okay because honestly, sometimes the scene work is a lot easier.
I will tell
And
you this. I will tell you
huh?
this. I
Yeah,
will tell you this. At the beginning of the night, you want to know what those crowds are rushing to get to?
the back.
Mazes.
Yep.
Mazes. That
Yeah.
is the
Oh
one
yeah.
thing they're rushing for. They don't care about the street monsters at first. They're like, move out the fucking way. I'm trying to get to the maze.
Exactly. And so you get the opportunity to kind of learn the trade and learn to reset and learn to like what scares are going to work for you what style, whether that's going to be
Yeah.
something as simple as like a statue
Yeah.
scare, or if you actually have to get in people's faces a little bit. But working at a place like Knott's, for example,
Yeah.
like we're talking about, it is a lot of people coming at you at once. And
Yeah.
so you learn real fast, really fast
To get
how
the
you're
fuck
going to
out the
work
way.
them.
To get
Yeah.
the hell out the way.
The slider thing, yeah, it takes a little bit of time working with them.
Yeah.
They had a small upset. Oh God, it's years ago now, but where they had gone back to everybody needs to audition. I don't care how long you have been here.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to audition, and some people didn't take that very well.
Well, I could see the reason for it.
I don't necessarily mind it because some people get a little bit
No.
too comfortable.
And it's just one of those things. Haunt is going to throw you out your comfort zone, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing.
But I also understand the upset too. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people who had been
because
in their positions, in their
yeah,
area, in their zones for a very long time.
yeah.
And it's a little bit of an upset when maybe, now, this didn't happen to the bride, but I'm just going to use the bride as an example.
Oh,
The bride is
the
she's
original.
gone.
Oh, bleh.
Yeah, she's not there anymore. But I mean, they could have a new bride. I didn't go there this
Yeah.
year, but and I didn't see one in 2022 when we went. But the original bride never had to go through any of that additionally,
Hmm.
but she was there for 30 years.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know
like,
it was. I didn't know it was 30. I knew she'd been there for
yeah,
long ass time.
oh yeah, she'd been there for a very long time. I had heard rumor at one point that she was there when they started it,
Mhm.
and then left and came back.
A lot of
I
people
know that
do.
they've had a bride pretty much since the beginning. It may or may not have been the same person, but that
Mhm.
one person in particular was there for 30 years.
Well, if you've seen one of their original kind of early documentary things, seasons of Screams,
Hmm.
it's on YouTube. You can watch it. It's a really good documentary about Knott's and how it started in the beginning.
I
Um,
definitely recommend that, by the way, guys. It's
yeah, it goes through like everything from like how the makeup started, the costuming, actors, hiring process, everything. If I remember from that correctly, she said she was only doing it. She said, "Okay, maybe this will be something I do for a few years," and then I quit.
yeah.
And then she kept coming back and back.
Oh yeah. She loved it so much, like, and she was iconic.
She was,
And one of the things I realized no longer living there
yeah,
is that I can't go see everything that I want to see anymore. I used to have a pass because they did a season pass
yeah,
specifically for Haunt, and I would get the pass every year when I wasn't working.
mm,
And I'd even get it if I was working because there were nights that I wouldn't be working or whatever. And I could go show up for a little while, hit a maze or two, walk
yeah.
through a couple scare zones, walk out. The last time we went, it was so crowded, and everyone was walking around with their beer, and they were drunk, and they had gotten rid of the hanging, which they brought back.
I know. And
They brought it back, thankfully, because
everyone had a heyday when they announced they were taking it away. Everyone had a heyday.
when I showed up and they were doing that weird circ thing, like, okay, look, the people were extremely talented. Don't get me wrong.
Was that like the adult looking circus kind of
Yes.
show? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Over
they
in
were extremely over in Ghost Town,
yeah,
but they've changed it from it used to face over here, and
yeah,
that's where the original hanging was, and then they moved the stage to like over here, where it's like you're facing to the side of like Johnny Rockets, and
yeah.
they did a good job. There were fire breathers, and there were people in like the spinny things, and they set that on
Yeah.
fire, and there
There's
were contortionists and dancers, and
oh
it was
oh
cool.
on the topic of this, you were doing that. So there's two different types. I'll get into a little bit of the circus stuff later. That's that's a whole other topic.
Go for it.
But there's two different types. There's the aerial hoop. Well,
Yeah, I
no,
couldn't think of that word. I get what you're
no.
saying.
I think that's right. Uh, don't quote me on it, but I think it's right. They have
Are you talking about the one that they hang on, or the one that they spin?
the one that they spin. No, the aerial hoop is the one up in the air. I cannot remember. There's another one, but it's a giant wheel called German wheels,
Okay,
and
that
they
was basically, I think, what it was.
it's like this double layered steel wheel.
Yeah,
That yeah, okay, then yeah, that's what it was.
and they I mean, they had some really cool things. They
Yeah,
had dancers that were fantastic, but it wasn't the hanging,
I
and that
mean,
would have been fine inside the auditorium.
if you did it over in an area like a carnival in the that zone,
Yeah.
that would have made
Well,
sense.
it kind of borders Carnival. Like, it's
Yeah,
not ghost town. It's actually like inside their Wild West area.
yeah,
But it's where the hanging originally was, but
yeah,
to the right of it now.
yeah.
And so it kind of borders Carnival. Like, all you got to do is go just a little bit further towards like Johnny Rockets, and it's Carnival and
Mhm.
the boardwalk and everything. But they no longer have Elvira,
Yeah.
so
They brought back
they
the
re-
witch. They
that's
they
cool.
did the green witch, or as the monsters call her, the green cleaning lady. So the witch, for reference, her character is Sarah Marshall. They have a new actor. I believe this was her first year, maybe. I
Oh,
don't know. I think this was her first year.
it's been
And
so long since I've been back there.
yeah, and she completely blew everyone or everything out the water with this role.
I love
She
it.
she took everything that Knott's had as a standard for this character and just blew it out the water. And it was mind blowing to see her in action. I mean, the videos. I guarantee the videos don't do it justice for her on streets. It really don't for any monster on streets.
I will say, gosh, I can't think of her character name, so I won't say anything.
What does it look like?
But I mean, I have her on my Facebook, and I know her name. It has to do with her damn shoes, because she'll scare on point.
Tiptoe, tiptoe,
Thank you, Tiptoe.
tiptoe.
I
Love
know who
her,
Bobbins is.
Taylor, Tater Tot. Love you.
I do know who
Love her.
Bobbins is. Yeah.
Yes, I know who Bobbins is. I do.
Um.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I wasn't gonna say her real name, but
No.
Tiptoe.
I mean, she already says it a lot. Uh, her character is Tiptoe. She's the ballerina in Carnival.
She's rad, dude. It is so
Yeah.
cool to see her on
Uh,
point.
I'm actually friends with her, by
Yeah,
the way.
she's cool people.
Yeah,
She really
she
is.
is. She's
I We're not like,
she
we don't
she's a
talk all the
trash
time, but I do
panda.
have her on Facebook. So
She's a trash panda. Trash goblin. I will say, just a ball of energy.
yeah, it's my understanding Bobbins did not come back,
So on that, I can elaborate on that. She took a break this season.
and
She's
that's,
coming back next season, but she
oh,
took a break this season.
you know what? Everyone needs a break. It happens.
Well, it's because the main part was is that she got so popular on TikTok that everyone came there specifically for her, and I guess it got overwhelming
I can see
because
that.
because most of the videos everyone goes and they look for bobbins
Yeah, I can see
or
that being overwhelming.
yeah because like she couldn't go 5 feet without somebody asking to take a picture or a video.
Oh yeah. So we have a question here. What's your favorite part about haunting?
Um, ooh, that's it's not a very easy question to answer because there's multiple things I like about it. I can't really name one specific thing, but I will say the thing I like about haunting is the creativity. Creativity is a big thing for me because if people here, if you don't know, I've I'm a I do theater as well. I do acting outside of haunting and things of that. So creativity is a big thing for me, and it's one of the things that I most like about is you know there there's always going to be you know clowns or werewolves or zombies, demons, dolls. There's all of that, but it's a lot of times I'll see something new I hadn't seen before. I'll see a character I haven't seen, or I'll see a character that looks similar to something else, but that specific character is done in a way that is unique to it.
Absolutely. I mean, I know personally, one of the reasons I went with the Wendigo when I came back was, I mean, clowns are overdone. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong. I love my clown.
my mine is mine's a Wendigo as well, but not for the same reasons as
Yeah.
you.
Well, I mean, I have more reason, obviously, not
Yeah,
just like, okay, I wanted to be different, but that was a huge part of it. Was I was trying to get away
yeah.
from my normal, my normal.
I was trying to find
Yes, you
something.
motherfucker.
Hello there, but my thing was is I was trying to find something that I liked and I thought was unique in a sense, that something that I could have fun with creating, and just overall as a character.
Oh, I brought that up real fast. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. She says, "Hello, Screech."
Hello there. How are you?
I like it when people go out of the box. Um, I have like I said, that was part of the reason why I went with the Wendigo,
Yeah.
and but also another part of it, if I'm being honest, was because there's a lot of people who are afraid to say the word.
Especially up here because we're near the mountain areas, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are superstitious in North Carolina. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of there's a lot of love for cryptids up here. I will say a lot more than you'll find anywhere else.
I think it's great that people are afraid to say it, and so
So so I don't even think you could call Screech a Wendigo. I think roadkill is the word. That's the only word that keeps coming to my mind every time I see him is roadkill. Uh,
vice versa.
I'm I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Awesome. Oh, I wish I could join you on that, but I
I'm
can't.
about to say, uh,
I can't join
okay.
that because one of the things that people may not know, because I didn't really announce it yet, but we will be live later on tonight as well
Ooh, okay.
on X only. And so X is where we do get a little bit political.
Aka's Evil Incorporated after hours.
Yeah, we get a little bit political on that one, here and there when it comes to our X account only. And generally, we don't expose our politics or whatever on other
Yeah,
platforms. But if you guys want to learn about how we feel about how this election went, about our views in general, we will be live later on tonight in about an hour and 15 minutes or so. But
going back to what you were saying, the cryptid, you're talking about. Can you elaborate more on it?
oh, so about mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so on mine, I had gone with a Wendigo because, well, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just say it. We had some people that used to be part of our network who were a complete dumpster fire. They were trash human beings and they were dumpster fire. Um, but they inspired me to try to scare them more because they were afraid to say the word Wendigo. And so when I created my other character, my Wendigo character, I had that in mind. People being afraid to say it, people not wanting to acknowledge the existence, any of that. And so I just kind of ran with it because I already knew it was going to piss off some people and it was going to scare some people. And then other people were just going to think it was pretty. It's a Winnebago! It's a Winnebago.
If we're going on mine, um, I wanted to create something that I can't really say the word hasn't been done before because there's Wendigo characters of
Oh,
some
yeah.
sort right there.
But
But
it's unique to you.
yeah, you won't find another costume like mine. And
Exactly.
I can say that because you can't buy mine from anywhere. There's no one else who makes anything like it.
I
Which
like that.
which I went for completely, I guess. I went for a design that was based off of Ghost Town from Knott's, which is what it started as. But then I built it up off of that. Like I can, like, this kind of uh, has a very unique look to it, and then I just built off of it. It's actually getting a revamp, so it'll have a completely new upgrade, some new things to it,
I
and
will say, oh, go ahead.
may or may not be getting a new mask.
Oh,
Maybe, maybe not.
oh
Who
yeah.
knows?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Okay,
say some of the
you know what's up.
I have
Yep,
seen.
yep,
Um, some of the components that I saw you working with when you were working on your look and changing it up a little bit,
yeah,
I definitely recognized as inspired by some people that I know at Knott's.
yes.
And
It very much is. Well, it's inspired by a lot of different characters at
yeah,
Knott's.
and I mean, one of them that I recognized the look on your jacket. And there's a few people there that have the same kind of style and look and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know him as Merrick.
Yes. Merrick, Merrick Murdoch. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying, Merrick. I have been trying to get you on, and you know it.
Uh,
Might be an interesting interview. You may not be able to understand what he's saying, guys. But
he's
that'll be
he's
fine.
I'll say this. He's a very interesting fellow.
He's great. He is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's cool people, both in and out of character. I'll say that much. I absolutely adore him. He's amazing.
Tall fella.
Oh, he is
Tall
tall.
fella. Tall fella.
One of the things that I always admire that is something that's hard for me to do
Yeah.
is when I end up in his scare zone. If he wants to say hello to me, he will jumble it somewhere inside of his ranting. He will never once break any character
No, he
whatsoever.
you can't make him. I've seen people try. You can't.
Oh, you can't.
No, you can't.
And so if he tries to say hi to me at all, it is inside the ranting that he's doing. And it always cracks me up because every once in a while I'll hear what is a small little, like, hello, how are you, but in a different way. and I catch it, and I'm like, ah, ha, ha, we got this.
My thing I like is just the characters have beef with each other in Ghost Town. I just
Oh
love
yeah,
I just love that they have beef with each other and will go out of their way to just cause a straight brawl on the street.
it's great.
It is. One of them I can name is the Huntress and the Axemen. They have a bit of a rivalry, and they've had a few fights in the street, but their main biggest enemy is the wood post on the porch in Ghost Town. They can never chop it down. As the Axeman described it, that thing must be made of damn hickory.
Oh, I love that. And it's funny because I know exactly which wooden post it is.
Yep. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. There's a video of them, both of them trying to chop down the wood post.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
There's a video of them trying to chop it down, both of them taking swings at it.
Wait, is he?
And it is hilarious.
I didn't see a message come through, but I heard a message come through. So you know what? Let's go to commercial because I just realized that we haven't yet. And I am working on figuring this out still, so bear with me, guys. Here we go. We're going to go to a quick commercial. I'm going to drop us.
Blazing sky, the world in flames. Nuclear fire, unforgiving claims. I survived through the dust and ash. Came back in time to give you a chance.
Get us back on here. Yes, I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. Yeah, that is funny. That is really funny that they have beef with the wooden post.
Yes.
I love it. Gosh. Okay, so this year you mostly got the chance to go out during Halloween and slide.
Yeah, and a few events.
Nice. What events did you do?
So for reference, my family has their own small business.
Nice.
They do a bunch of different things. and they go to these festivals and events and
Oh,
stuff. And one of them was kind of a fall festival trunk or treat event where a bunch of vendors set up and had candy and stuff
nice.
for people who would come out. And I got asked if I would slide and scare and entertain people for it,
Heck yeah.
and which I agreed because I figured it'd be a fun time, and it was a very fun event. The It was supposed to be cold that day, but out of the random days in the fall, it decides to be 90 something degrees.
Oh.
And so I'm roaming around and sliding and running in 90 something degree heat
Oh.
in full costume. So it
You know
was
what?
definitely fun.
Last year was really hot inside of our haunt. This year it wasn't too bad. Um, I mean, I was sweating, but I wasn't sweating my makeup off, so that was good. I mean, I did
Yeah.
choose thinner clothes. So this year I didn't use any of my established characters. Nothing. So
I
I created the couple hours before I went out to my haunt. I created a brand new character.
what character was it?
Oh, the skeleton that you see on my
Oh, okay,
profile.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her name's 138.
I didn't know if that was a character, if you were just doing a makeup look for something. I didn't know.
Well, I had asked like, hey, what would you prefer? Because I know that our theme this year is like sanitarium type stuff, and
Yeah,
we do have a phobia area. But
yeah.
I was like, but I don't have to be a clown. I know I could do the clarophobia stuff,
No.
but
I
I don't have to be a clown or anything. So what would you prefer? And he goes, dead. I was like, does a skeleton work?
uh Mine, they wanted me to use my character because they wanted it to be professional in a sense.
Hmm.
Yes, I still had fun. It was a very fun event. But they wanted it to be professional in a sense, and they wanted me to send videos to show them I knew what I was doing, which I did. I gladly did. And they were very excited. Um you said you came up with a new character. I didn't really come up with a character. I more figured out what I'm trying to really do with Screech.
Nice. I like that.
And uh, as 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 you'll see, hopefully for next season, he will have some updates and possibly a new mask. But uh, we can go into character for a little bit. So
Yeah.
his character, as I said, is based off of Wendigo, but really it's a lot more than just that. So what I came up with, I guess story wise, is um he was the spirit of a restless cryptid who hunted animals of all different shapes and sizes because it felt it wasn't strong enough to hunt people. And what had happened was is um it hunted and killed so many that they ended up corrupting the spirit, and all the animals that it consumed are pretty much fighting over who takes control of it, of
Oh.
Screech. And so that's why he's got a lot of these. He's got the fur on his back. It's gonna have uh things as you'll see. It's gonna have some animal, I guess, skin type things hanging from it. It's gonna have some things that really, I guess, elevate it, give it the more roadkill look, is what I was saying.
Nice.
And his new mask So imagine for his new mask, a Wendigo type skull with antlers, but the face of the Wendigo is a fleshy amalgamation of a elk, a bear, and a wolf
Okay.
with antlers.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
And Keisha says,
and
I love that part of your backstory.
yeah, it took a little bit to figure out. It's taken really since 2020, since last season, really, to kind of figure out where I wanted to go with it.
I like
And
that. It takes a while
pretty,
though to really
yeah,
get a hold of
and
what your
it's
character's
he's
gonna be.
still developing. You know, there's probably going to be something I find this coming season that I want to add on to it.
Heck yeah.
But for now, it's the animals that he's hunted are fighting to take control over his spirit. And these are also like big game animals, which is why I mentioned the wolf, bear, and elk.
Nice.
And pretty much they are corrupting it to the point to where the spirit is either going to explode or it's going to become uh it's going to become, I guess you could say, a very feared apex predator.
Ooh. Okay. So when you said it's gonna explode, I was like imagining the rib cages separated on the back
Yeah,
and like kind of sticking up like
that
spikes.
that that's going to be part of the costume, something like that.
I
So I'm
like
glad
that.
I'm glad you're catching on.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that.
His
That's a good
the back of his jacket is actually going to have a spine attached to the back of it, so it looks like a spine is ripping out of it,
Nice.
ripping out of his back.
I like that. That was something I was looking into doing for my
There's a thing
Wendigo.
I've seen is a lot of people like the rib cage, they just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I haven't quite figured out as far as like with my
So
Wendigo. I'm redoing her personally,
yeah,
so I haven't figured out exactly how I would add those components. But I like that you're going to be adding them to yours.
I already have a rib cage on there. If
Oh
actually,
yeah.
can you pull up the video of me sliding from the event?
In fact, give me a minute. I will.
I was wondering if you were going to
We're
kiss
gonna
wolf.
get.
Yes, it's pretty much the body, the the vessel that is Screech is pretty much evolving
Nice. I love it.
until it becomes a horrid fleshy amalgamation. Pretty
I
much
love it.
roadkill.
I think that is the coolest thing. It's gonna take me a second, so
Yeah.
like, I'm definitely pulling that up.
The weird thing is that when I was contemplating it, I was like, would this really work? And then come to find out, that story works very well for a Wendigo type character.
I gotta find it again. I have it saved on my phone.
Yeah.
It's not in here yet. I have the one video that's not you sliding though.
What is it?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
See
All right.
if it'll load.
We're gonna see if this will work.
We'll see.
Yay!
I can't see it, but yippee.
You're on camera.
There we go. There's me wandering around.
That's pretty awesome. Wow.
That's a good get up.
Yeah. What do you mean get up? Like
I
a
mean-
costume or
No,
sliding?
like standing up. Because
Oh.
I would
just
have
stood up.
busted my ass.
I just stood up.
No, I know, but you did it in a way that because it looked like you were gonna fall back for a sec, and you managed to get up in that without falling. And when I slide the way you just did, I fall. Because I'm not balanced anymore, dude.
So, how I did that was it was just a basic slide. The
Exactly.
thing was,
Fluid.
yeah.
She said it better than me. It was fluid.
So the thing is that is just the thing was is that the concrete had a lot of big cracks in it. It was kind of uneven, and instead of going flat, it kind of had little dips into like a middle drain.
Oof.
So it was maneuvering around that. It looks like a fallback. I actually was not falling backwards.
No, I mean,
I was.
Kisa said it much better than I did. It was very fluid. It was definitely because yeah, you leaned back to get up.
It was like a lunge.
The camera angle was also different. So
Well, the thing was is I didn't know I was being recorded until the person from that booth hollered towards me, and then I turned around in character. If you couldn't tell,
oh yeah,
you
no,
know.
you kicked ass. Honestly, you kicked ass. I love it.
And if anyone asks why I don't talk, I don't need to talk. I let it speak for itself.
No, there's no reason to. I mean, that was something I worked with this year. Was not talking as much with my character because
I normally don't talk. I normally don't talk ever.
When I'm a clown, I definitely talk, and I talk a lot of shit.
What were you saying about Screech before I interrupted?
Oh, that you don't necessarily need to talk to get your point across, to get your scare done. And I like that. I know that you can I know the sound that you can make.
Yes. Do you want me to do it for the people who haven't heard it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do a little vocal demonstration. Good thing I'm in my car because no one can really hear it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Am I kind of muted?
No, you're good. You're good. You don't sound muted.
Cool. Yes, exactly, Kisa. Love hearing Haunter's signature sounds.
I wouldn't even call it a signature sound. It's just random fucking noises. It's just random fucking noises I make. Is really all it is.
All right. No, I love it. I absolutely sorry. I was
Yeah.
having issues with my microphone for a second there.
No, you're good.
I love it. I think it's great. I think being able to come up with various sounds and achieve them without hurting your throat.
No, so the way I do it, and I took this from doing vocal lessons using the basic principles of fry scream and gutturals. pretty much. So, little tutorial here for how I do the low growl. Think of it as like your sign. Add a little bit more depth to it. Add a little bit more to it. You know, really add air to it. Add depthness to it.
I love it.
Doesn't hurt your throat. It's pretty much you're exhaling everything.
Mm.
Exhale, inhale is all it is.
I found a lot of people think that they need to do like the Wilhelm scream to
No.
get their point across, and sometimes it works. There's a lot of people that I've seen do it successfully.
The what
But
screen?
the Wilhelm scream, it's like the movie Scream when somebody is getting killed or they get scared.
The
know.
the iconic scream.
Nadine!
Hello there.
We have a Till. Oh, we have Till in here. And we have Nadine in here. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
So yeah, I found that a lot of people think, a lot of newer actors have a tendency to think that in order to get their point across, they have to do the Wilhelm scream. But the problem is they can do that really well about 3 times, maybe a night, before they completely damage their throat. Which then leads into, if you're working an entire haunt season and you're hurting your throat every night, you know, it takes a toll. Absolutely.
It does. It not just on your body, but on you mentally as well.
Oh yeah.
Vocally.
So personally, so the videos that I was watching or have been watching in general are things about how to do black metal growls and screams and do the vocals for that, how to do like various death metal or what are the, you know, some of those where they kind of walk you through how to do it, but also the ones on how to do the pig squeals.
Yeah.
Pig squeals. Your neighbors are
I'm in my car, so they can't hear me.
I don't know why I just thought about that. I'm imagining your neighbors like,
but
what's out there?
They're the whole neighborhood's used to my weirdness. But you were mentioning pig squeals that for reference.
Yeah, I love it. Nadine said that she used to lose her voice, but then it would come back stronger.
So I do it in a way, like I said, inhale and exhale. It's pretty much you're inhaling air and exhaling air because you do that. It's basically like breathing. You're not going to harm your vocal cords, and you can do it over long periods of time. Like me, I just did all 3 of those vocals back to back. My voice is fine. Doesn't hurt anything.
I don't hear a difference. So yeah.
No.
Not at all. I think it's awesome. And that's definitely, and I mean, so what I said about the Wilhelm scream and stuff, I don't mean that insulting to anybody. You know,
there's fry scream and there's a growl.
Yeah.
Is that what it sounded like?
I've
never asked the question of what I sound like when I do it.
So your mic, when you hit a certain tone, tries to like block it out for a second.
It does. It does.
Cool.
That's something I can't help. That's something my phone does.
I mean, I think Nadine was in here when I did the Wilhelm scream the one time.
Yeah.
And I think our microphones did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the metal vocals.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I've been watching those videos, working with those videos, like Nadine saying
Yeah.
with the metal vocals and stuff like that. And that's kind of where I went with my character this year, except for one of the nights we got a little bit delirious, and I decided to channel the only skeleton that I could think of that's as big of a smart ass as I am. And it's the skeleton from The Last Unicorn. Some people may not get that reference, but that is the skeleton I was channeling, and then I was talking shit to people. But I
You
was
could
giving
no,
off
you could
sound
have you
bites.
could have you could have done the Skeletor. The Skeletor character.
Until next time. Just run out of the
Exactly.
room.
Until we meet again.
Yeah, until we meet again. I walked up to one person and said, "Hey, you know you can get that hickey off with a frozen spoon, right?" And they were like, huh? I was like, "It's cool. We've all had them."
Coffins become maracas during earthquakes. Until we meet again.
I love that skeleton raid. Yep, Odd Mother's over on X right now. We're about to get ready for our other stream
Oh.
here in like 10-ish minutes. So,
Okay.
I mean, we won't be going live for another 40 minutes over there.
Yeah.
But you know, resets and stuff.
Yeah.
But she said it's great to see you again, and this time we see you.
Yes, y'all get to see my I guess
I love
face. I don't know what to call it.
We get to see your lovely face, and it's nice.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I actually did 2 events this season.
Oh yeah.
I did one called Moonlight Carnival, which wasn't intended for me to dress up, but I ended up doing it anyway and got thanked by the event staff for scaring the shit out of people, so it worked.
Heck yeah. I love it. Where is Moonlight Carnival?
It's up here in North Carolina. It was it wasn't too far from where I live, but
I feel like I've heard that before. That's why I was.
I'm officially scared of women now because of that.
Why?
So, for reference, it was 18 plus adult night for the event, and they were selling beer, and women and beer and scare actors don't mix.
No.
And these women, yeah, I guess you could say that. They kept trying to ask me out constantly.
That's when you growl at them.
No. This one girl said, "Hey, you want to be my boyfriend?" And me, being Screech, I went, "Yeah."
I love it.
And her friend group just started laughing at her, and she got all mad and said, "Damn, I guess you don't want to date a tall girl."
Oh. You know what? I have a good question.
Yes.
That I like to ask people.
Yes.
Have you ever had? I gotta see if I can phrase this properly. Has anyone ever tried to fight you, kick you, punch you, any of that kind of stuff because you scared them too well?
No, I've actually never gotten punched. No one has ever tried. No, I've never gotten punched once. Short answer is most people are too scared.
Heck yeah. I know a lot of sliders have a tendency of getting kicked.
So, actually, no. I take that back. I have gotten I take that back. I have gotten hit before. I just remembered. I've had this happened. You know, it wasn't intentional. It was because the guest got scared. I was chasing them on all fours, and they stuck their hand out, and it grabbed right through the eye holes of my mask and poked me in the eyes.
No.
Yeah.
I had a kid try to kick me in the face this year.
No. I've had
It actually
I've
wasn't
had
a
a
kid.
rock.
He was like 20.
I've had a the funniest thing. I've had a turkey leg thrown at me. I don't know what for.
You're all.
I don't know what for. I'm interacting with this group, and then I felt something kind of heavy hit my back, and I turn around, and there's a turkey leg on the ground.
You're almost supposed to go fetch. Huh?
And me being me, I get on the ground and I start eating it.
That's exactly what I would have done.
A turkey leg covered in dirt.
Yeah, I would have done it.
And yeah,
Not when I have a messed up job.
everyone thought it was funny. I don't know why he threw it at me. I guess he thought I was hungry or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's one I never figured out who threw it, and I probably will never will. But I just think it's a fucking hilarious story.
Maybe they were like, oh, he's down there on the ground. Maybe he's hungry? I don't know.
I guess. We normally don't allow food and stuff in the haunt, so I don't even know how that got in there.
Okay, now that's interesting. How did they get the food in? Because
No. Actually, it could have been one of my friends. It could have been one of my friends of the haunt trying to give me a hard ass time and throw a turkey leg at me.
Because I mean, Knott's sells the turkey leg and all that kind of stuff.
I know they sell the turkey leg, and that's probably happened before there.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. It hasn't happened to me, but
weirdest thing that happened was it was our blackout night. This was when I was at the Hollows in Louisiana. I scare this group, and this woman is about to fall down, and she braces herself and then falls towards me.
Oh no!
And her hand starts, and she starts trying to get up off me. And then she feels, how do I put this? A very muscular body. And then pure look of shock and blushing, and starts rubbing her hand in
Oh my!
over my body in a trying. She's more confused than anything, and I'm over here very confused and blushing because I don't know how to feel about this. Neither of us do, and both of us just walk off very awkwardly.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Right,
Kisa? Oh dear.
yeah. I will never understand what it is with. I guarantee that those girls at the Moonlight Carnival were the book talk people. I guarantee it. I will never understand it. I will never understand that side of the internet.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is with people like that.
I mean, these are the same people who probably did the Twilight fan fiction and you know, that created 50 Shades of Grey and that
So definitely something.
Lonely Housewives.
Do you have any questions about my my character or
I'm gonna
anything?
actually open that up to people in the comments too, guys.
If y'all have any questions, ask me. What is your opinion on Screech? I like to ask this because I like to ask for feedback on my character.
I really like him. I think he is a well put together character. I think that you've been developing him very well over the few years. The last two versions I have seen of him basically have been they. It started off good, and it continued to keep growing, and it looks fantastic. I can see where a lot of the inspiration comes from, which I really
Mhm.
like, and that could be because I mean I like where I know the inspiration. Hey, Star. Um, and then with the upgrade that you're planning, I think that's going to look really cool too. I like that the vocals that you have fit very well, and you don't have to do much as far as like speaking or anything like that. You don't really speak, obviously,
No,
and you just do those sounds when you do communicate. And I like that because you're not breaking character, but you're still communicating, and so people still get
I'm
drawn in.
I'm communicating through uh this is something, and on the topic of the circus type stuff.
Hmm.
I take reference from Cirque du Soleil,
I love Cirque du Soleil.
how they do some of their characters. Because really, I'm referencing how they do how the clowns do their performances at Cirque.
Hmm.
There's almost no vocals, but sometimes there's noises and made up sounds,
Hmm.
and sometimes there's none. And all of it is used by action to tell the story they're trying to convey to the audience, which is something I've taken big inspiration from. And I don't know, I was trying to do it whenever the video was taken. I don't know if it's very clear,
Hmm.
but it's something I try to do. Is I've been told I am too good at being in character.
That's good. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. But
Tisa would like to know if you're doing any Christmas haunts, by the way.
um I am not sure. I don't know if any haunts around here do Christmas haunts or not. I'm not sure of that. But
Definitely would not know.
I don't know.
Hi, Alicia.
I will say the amount of people that asked me if I worked at Scarewinds, if I was a slider stilt walker at Scarewinds, the Scarewinds amusement park and that
Hmm.
borders North and South Carolina.
Yeah, it's a Cedar Fairs one. I actually know somebody who works there.
Who?
Um, his name's I'll tell you after. I
Yeah.
don't know his character name.
Okay.
So, but that's a sister park to Knott's now.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool.
Uh,
Everyone's just,
I had someone on Halloween, a group full of high schoolers yell out the window asking if I worked at Scarewinds.
that's awesome.
But I had lots of people stop, take pictures. One of the things that I don't think I'll ever forget was back in April. I went to a Comic-Con when I was still in Louisiana, and
Hmm.
someone, bless their heart, I don't remember their name. I wish I did, but someone who went through the hollows was there at the con, and they gave me a little mini painting of Screech,
Oh, that's so cool.
and I still have it. And dear God, I wanted to cry so bad.
I
I
think
wanted
that's
to go.
awesome.
I wanted to go in the bathroom and cry so bad. In fact, I'm actually crying right now thinking about it. No,
I think it's awesome.
I'm actually crying right now thinking about it.
It's very humbling
Oh, it
when
is.
people do
It's
something for
very
your
humbling.
character.
It is.
I think it's really rad.
I'm sorry. I'm crying right now.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's totally okay.
It's
I think it's great and it's humbling.
it's
I've
humbling to
been
know that people like what I do.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I've been blessed to have some friends and stuff make props or stuff like
And
that in honor of some of my characters, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
that's the only thing that someone has ever made for Screech, and I, I'm grateful for it because the amount of support, the amount of support I've gotten for what I do from people who like what I do. I've never had someone say they're inspired by me.
But somebody doing a pic or drawing a pic or drawing something for you,
Yeah,
is showing their inspiration for sure.
and I've had lots of people take pictures, compliment, but you know, it's it's it changes you once you get to something like that.
That's awesome.
And
I absolutely love it. I think it's really cool that somebody went out of their way to be able to do that for you.
yeah,
And because it's humbling. I'm recording everything I'm saying right now on accident.
you're good.
It's a
But
great experience.
it is. My oh my God, I'm about to start crying again. They had this one lady brought her disabled son who had special needs to the trunk or treat event, and I and I gave him a slide. I slid at him because he's a guest like everyone else. They're there
Oh yeah.
for entertainment, and he and it made his night. And I gave him a hug, and his mama pulled me aside and thanked me for doing that because she said he's used to getting bullied a lot for his disability, and
That sucks.
knowing that I changed that is it's very humbling.
See, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
Oh,
And you did good things. You did a good thing by doing that.
I love when people bring kids through because
Except for 12-year-olds, I don't like them right now.
some people bring little kids through, and they're always very fun to interact with.
I break character sometimes for the itty bitties. I do.
There was an itty bitty at that event, and she hugged me and did not want to let go.
Oh, I love that.
I can't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
had to
over
break.
here crying. I'm over here crying. I'm sorry.
It's
Oh,
okay. It's okay.
oh,
So, we are probably gonna have to finish up because I do have to get over
okay.
to the other
I know.
show.
I know. Trying.
No
I'm
worries. No worries.
trying.
No worries at all.
But
Guys, thank you for joining us tonight.
yeah,
Screech, thank you.
I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy to join this. I'm joining as many times as you want me to.
Heck
I
yeah.
love I love talking. I love talking with y'all because I don't get to talk about this stuff. But
You do get a tendency to get side eyes and funny looks when you tell people, "Oh, hey, I'm a scare actor,"
yeah.
and they're all, "A
So
what now?"
something to mention that I may be doing more circus style performing too,
Hell yeah.
perhaps.
Hell
I
yeah.
got asked by the Aerial Arts Performance Studio, who was at the Moonlight Carnival, if I would like to be a stilt walker for them.
Nice.
So there's a possibility of that, doing that for events.
Yay! I love that.
Yeah.
So on a happy note there, I really appreciate you joining. You're always welcome back. I really appreciate it. Everybody in the audience over there.
I love doing it. Oh, I love doing it. I hope you guys at least like what I do. You know, I'm just a weirdo. I'm just a random weirdo who does random weird things, and I guess
Then
you
you're in the
people
right
like it.
place.
So
You're in the right place.
if you guys want to follow me, you can. You know, it's free, and you can always change your mind later. You don't have to, but it definitely makes me feel like what I'm doing is something right.
We are the weirdos, mister.
We are.
So, is it okay if I mention your Facebook name?
Yeah, go Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's fine.
So, so you have on Facebook, it's Screech Scratch.
It's Screech Scratch on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All of them.
Nice. So that makes it so much easier. Guys, go check out Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Screech Scratch. You'll get a chance to see what Screech has been working on. His sliding, his stilt walking, all that fun stuff. He has had a cool year. As far as, even though he took a break, he got the opportunity to still scare and even go out in public, which is like everyone's dream, to be able to slide in public and do that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't call it a dream.
It's awesome. I'm sorry. Like, that's my favorite thing, is getting to do that kind of stuff in public. But yeah, so again, thank you so much for joining me and us. Everybody over there, thank you for joining us. We will see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I don't set the world fire. I don't want a baby. In my heart,